All right, what up, everybody? This is Jeremy with Escape Velocity Trading coming at you for Sunday, November 3rd and the trading week ahead. Looking at last week's trading performance, as always, ended up locking in just over $16,500. Great trading week. Total was 16,575. That was from 13 trades. I had 10 wins and 3 losses that you can see all right here. A little bit more variety this week than normal. Those of you that have followed my channel for a little while know that I smash Bitcoin futures heavily in my trading. This time I also put in a little bit of Palladium, some silver, and also the /ES, which is the S&P 500 futures. And then this one here, you can see, is not closed out yet. I've been in this copper trade for about a week and a couple of days, so that one is still open. But anyways, great trading week. Locked in over $16,500 worth of gains. Absolutely love it. Now let's go out and let's check out the market for this coming week. So looking at the trading week, starting off on the S&P 500, first and foremost, we are sitting at a very important support level. But we have to take in consideration that we have US elections for the presidency this week, and that is going to throw a little bit of a caveat, a little bit of a asterisk, so to speak, into the analysis for the week. So starting off, we are at a really important support level. This is a very strong support level. We have a test from back here in July, a little bit lower test from August, came back in, tested it again in September. Now we are testing it at the beginning of November. We also have the moving average here, the 50-period moving average on the daily chart. Love the look of the support level, the support zone. Don't love the look of the RSI and the MACD. The RSI is signaling it is oversold to the downside, which could give it a slight bounce, but I don't like the fact that we have broken down below the 50 and are really kind of picking up momentum to the downside. Same thing on the MACD. The MACD, you can see here, we actually had divergence. We set a lower pivot high on the MACD, while at the same time setting a higher pivot high on the price chart. That divergence tells you that there is something different going on in the indicator versus what the market was actually doing in price action. And we want those things to confirm each other, not to go against each other. That throws a little bit of caution into the mix. Also, really don't like the big volume here on the big volume down day on this day right here. That was the 31st. Seeing an oversized volume candle on that kind of reminds me of back here on 9/6 where we had this big oversized volume, but that actually started the first above average volume day, even though it's not as big in comparison, was right here. And that was what started the sell-off. So the big volume was both on the starting candle and the finishing candle of that bearish movement, that counter trend movement. And to me, it kind of looks like this might be the start of something like that. If we put this out to a weekly chart, you can see that the current support level we are fighting for is actually underneath the 9-period moving average on the weekly chart. I would not be surprised to see this fail and for us to come back down to the weekly 20. And I think this entire week's theme is going to be heavily based on who wins the presidential election. If Harris wins, the overall theme of the market, the overall temperature of the market is basically that we are going to see things go much more neutral. If Trump wins, it is expected by major analysts that we are going to get more of a bid in the marketplace, just due to their different policies and whether you support one versus the other. I'm not here to talk about that, but just purely in terms of the market reaction to that, that is kind of what is anticipated. But I do think that we need to keep an eye on that 56.50 level if we can't reclaim this support and hold this support on the daily chart. Going out to the Nasdaq, very similar. We're not quite on top of our support zone here on the 50-period moving average, holding up just a little bit better. The MACD hasn't rolled over into bearish territory yet, but we are still seeing that same divergence. If we go out to the Russell 2000, same thing. We had slight increase in prices, slight decrease in the MACD and in the RSI. So still seeing that divergence over the same time frame. And going out to the Dow Jones as well, very, very similar. From here in mid-September through till mid-October, we had a divergence again between the RSI and MACD and the comparative results on the actual price chart. So what this is telling me is basically caution needs to be at the forefront of trading this week. I'm not going to be trying to be a hero. I am probably not going to buy this dip initially until at least Tuesday evening once things are announced and results are in for the election. If we don't get results in, I am not going to be holding big leveraged positions into that. So tonight and tomorrow, I might day trade. Tuesday, I will likely take totally off. And then Wednesday, I will circle back, see how the dust is settling, and then decide how to move forward for the rest of the week. But caution is warranted for this trading week, and that is going to be the overall theme here. Now, if we go out to Bitcoin, Bitcoin broke its 9 EMA, broke its diagonal support here. I am still very, very bullish on Bitcoin. If it gets back above 70,000, I am going to be interested in playing a dip on this. And especially if that happens after Tuesday night's election results come in. If Trump does win, even though I don't support him as a human, I hate the guy. I just can't stand it. That is my political belief and my human belief. I just, as a human, cannot get behind this dude. But that said, if he does win, that will likely be overly bullish for Bitcoin. And I do like overly bullish conditions for Bitcoin. So I am going to be looking to trade Bitcoin if he wins. I'm probably going to be staying away from it for a little bit if Kamala Harris wins. Same thing for Ethereum. Ethereum will likely get dragged up if Trump wins and probably be more neutral than anything if Harris wins. Going out to gold. Gold not doing anything wrong. It has given up its 9 EMA, but as long as we stay above the 20 SMA, I am fine with that. Going out to silver, we are seeing increasing volatility at the top end of the range. That is never a good look. Needs a little bit of time to chill out here and get the moving averages to sort back out a little bit, get our MACD and RSI to sort back out a little bit. Just give time for this volatility to chill out. If we go out to copper, I am actually really, really interested in copper. And like I said before, when I was giving the results from last week's trading, I am already in on this trade. I front ran this. I don't usually do that without confirmation, but I did end up front running this because my overall take is higher for copper. And you can see here on the chart where I'm stopped and where I'm targeting 465 target down to 4.29 for my stop, and 442 was where I originally got in. So that trade is ongoing. Going out to Palladium. I really like the pullback in Palladium. Actually, we had a huge, huge move up on a longer time frame chart. This is actually a significant resistance around 1250. I would like this more to the bullish side if we got 3 or 4 days just to go sideways, go neutral, get past the elections, let some of this volatility settle down, and then break above 1150 again. I would like to play that back up to 1250, maybe 1300. Going out to platinum. Not honestly very interested in platinum right now. On the longer time frame charts, it does look a little bit cleaner, but it is just a lot choppier than palladium is. So between the two, I like palladium a lot better than platinum currently. Going out to crude light. Trying to form up a bottom here again. Not super interested in this until it breaks out above 72.50. So keep an eye on it. If we do get above 72.50, there should be a significant play back up to 75 and then probably just shy of 77. Finally, going out to natural gas, just kind of a choppy mess. It does get momentum, and when it does get momentum and catches the 9 EMA, it tends to perform really well. We are underneath that 9 EMA right now. If we can get back above it, I would probably be willing to buy the second candle, looking for a little bit extra confirmation. But right now, where it sits currently, it's just not a look that I like. Going out to UUP, the US dollar, took about a week off and then blasted higher on Friday. I am not really liking the fact that on a longer time frame chart, this to me looks like it is breaking out of resistance and is likely going to come up test this diagonal resistance. And if we break that back up to around $30 is likely, that will put pressure on equities. So not super, super interested in that. If we go out and look at the economic calendar for this week, obviously Tuesday, we have PMI data, we have the presidential election, which is going to be all eyes on that, and then congressional elections as well. So anyways, election is going to be the major theme this week. Nothing on Wednesday, and then Thursday, we have unemployment, federal funds rate decision, which will be very important, and then federal press conference for the FOMC meeting. So anyways, heavy week in terms of punch. Not huge number of reports coming out, but the ones that are coming out are all going to be very important. My suggestion, if you are not a seasoned trader, is wait until Wednesday to start trading and just ignore what's going on with the elections. If you are not adept to protecting yourself well, knowing how to position size, knowing how to play in high volatility areas, just let this week kind of go and come back halfway through the week, check in and see where it is from there. That would be my suggestion. And then in terms of the press conference and federal funds rate, it is expected that we are going to get a 25 basis point cut, and there is about a 2% chance of a 50% cut. My bet is on a 25% cut. So anyways, guys, hope that helps. As always, take care. Let me know if you have any questions. Hit me up in the comments, like, subscribe, and share. It really helps me out, and I will catch you next week.